twice in 2015. What, if anything, can you tell us about that?
Just that there's no network complication. You know, Pacquiao fights on HBO, Mayweather fights on Showtime. They've agreed to work together if and when the parties can put together the fight.
Would you expect a fight like that, assuming that a Mayweather Pacquiao fight did happen, that it would be overseas, or would it be stateside like in Las Vegas?
Well, it would probably be stateside, I would think. But
the question I have is, why would he keep saying that? Various different written articles, various different video interviews. The networks are willing to work together. Now, I gotta be honest with you. I'm tired of all this Mayweather Pacquiao stuff. Yes, me, I'm tired of it. So, this right here is going to be the start of a new approach. I said that I'm not paying for Mayweather versus Amir Khan. I'm not paying for it. I'll pay for Mayweather versus Keith Thurman, even though that money, that fight's not going to happen. Keith Thurman just doesn't have the buzz unless he beats the hell out of somebody in spectacular fashion at the end of this year. But what I'm saying is that after paying for like the last 6 Mayweather fights, you know, myself, and I'm talking about like not going to parties or anything, I just can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. With pay-per-view numbers falling, and then when reading the comments in the different videos I've been doing on Mayweather, it's like, my God, like, the man is an angel. Now, I've done the videos about Pacquiao and steroids. I've done the videos about Pacquiao getting knocked out. I've done all that, but when I do a Mayweather video, people forget that I've done many other videos on that. So every time I do a Mayweather video, I gotta talk about Pacquiao, because there's always somebody that's acting like a girl that's like, but you didn't talk about Pacquiao doing this. But what about when he got knocked out? Come on, man, I'm tired of it. Listen, I'm a Mayweather fan, but see, I don't know how to describe them. They're called Flomos. But I don't look at it that way. I look at it as these fans are blind to the fact that this man is lucky not to be in jail. This man is lucky to still be able to box. This man is lucky to still be able to generate money with everything that's been going on. But when it comes to my new approach, I'm just going to do everything in my power just to keep talking about it happening. So who's going to win and who wouldn't win and who got knocked out by who, yada, 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 yada. I got to be done with it. Because, see, I got to use what I have now to keep talking about the fight, keep talking it up. So I'm asking a question next. Listen, 925,000 pay-per-view buys. Yes, it sells more than Manny, but Manny is number 2. What's the logic behind your excuse? Floyd Mayweather is number 1. Manny Pacquiao was number 2. They'd be like, but Chris Algieri gonna bomb. It's gonna do like 500,000, 475,000. Still the second biggest pay-per-view of the year. What about Pacquiao Bradley too? So what I'm saying is this. Listen, I'm trying to get people to understand that boxing is a business and it's a game, and they're characters, just like pro wrestling. Just like Hulk Hogan, you know, in the 1992, he'd be like, say your prayers and eat your vitamins, and then he'd go to the back like my fucking back, goddamn kids. You know, like that characters. Now, the thing is with Floyd Mayweather, you don't know if that dumb shit he does outside of the ring is him being in character, or is it just so happens that's his character that he naturally is. He's naturally a villain. But what I'm saying is this. The hell with everything that's going on about who beat who didn't, who bit who punched who in the balls, who screamed like hell with all that. You know, we got to focus on making the fight happen, because we got fans are divided. And this is going to be going on. This is going to be going on for eternity if these people don't fight. It's always going to be like, well, Mayweather would have beat Pacquiao and Pacquiao would have beat Mayweather. It's senseless arguments. Unless you go and read, you know, I guess I can honestly say probably, I wouldn't, like maybe thousands of articles I read over the last several years. You know, and the video interviews and everything for Bob Arum. People are saying it's just another excuse. Like Bob Arum is just making up stuff like he did when he said, we talked about the imaginary 45,000 seat stadium. Listen, you don't involve the networks. If you're going to be talking, he said it on multiple occasions, the networks are negotiating. Oscar De La Hoya is Golden Boy Promotions. Mayweather, as of right now, is still fighting for Golden Boy Promotions. It is not known what's going to happen, by the way. It's September the 22nd, 2014. It is not known what's going to happen with Mayweather's license moving forward, especially with the restructuring he's got going on with, I can honestly say now, that Leonard LB is let go. You know, but what I'm saying is that as it stands right now, Mayweather is still Golden Boy Promotions. Oscar De La Hoya was on HBO. Oscar De La Hoya and Bob Arum have met on numerous occasions trying to put an end to this. But with a fight like this, ladies and gentlemen, and if it's true that they fight 2 times, because regardless of how Manny Pacquiao loses the first time, and I can't wait for people to feed on the comments after that, putting words in my mouth, I'm saying that fighting 2 times, that could be $500, $600 million in revenue. That means, hypothetically, Floyd can get 300, Pacquiao can get 100. You know, whether you got maybe 100 or 200 million for the promoters and the networks to split up. You hear me? Floyd can get 300, Pacquiao can get 100, and then the promoters can split. You hear what I'm saying? So however you split it up, there's too much money involved. So when I hear people making an excuse like, man, he don't need Pacquiao, he don't need this, he's the money man. His pay-per-views are not doing $1 million anymore, but yeah, it's like, oh, well, they still do more than Pacquiao. It's like, what the fuck does that matter? What does that matter for? The man is losing his marketability. He's losing it. So when I gotta read the hundreds, you know, now I might as well say thousands of different comments saying like this, the dumbest shit. For example, when it comes to Al Heyman gets the fighters paid. That's all that matters. So you're saying, go ahead, fuck me. Make whatever fights you want. Like, why all this finger pointing and everything, you know, it's the main concern is fans should start educating themselves instead of just running off at the mouth, talking about, you know, the fight's not going to happen because of this and that. Let's just focus on the business end. There are people above Steven Espinoza. That's the guy who's the head of Showtime. There are people that are above Bob Arum. There are businessmen, corporate executives that don't know or haven't watched boxing, or maybe they're not even boxing fans, but they know like, yo, these guys, if we put those 2 together, you know, we can make a lot of money off of that. You know, so listen to what I'm saying. Take Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Bob Arum, Al Heyman, all those, take them out of the equation. You got corporate executives upstairs, you know, that won that fight. You got Floyd Mayweather, who's in 4 pay-per-views only went over 1 million buys. And go and listen, go read the articles for yourself. You know, so you think like, why is he hating? Yeah, I'm getting sick of y'all because y'all dumb. Because it's, you know, and I hate to say it, because like the shit y'all be saying is so ignorant. It's just like, yo, where you getting this from? You know, and it's and what I'm seeing is that Floyd Mayweather fans, I'm talking about the ones that don't watch boxing every week, but they seem to know everything about Floyd Mayweather. They are the ones that are destroying boxing. Because just like when Floyd Mayweather accused Manny Pacquiao of being on steroids, Manny Pacquiao was being trained by Alex Ariza. Alex Ariza just signed a 2-year deal with Floyd Mayweather. It's like, what is going on? But what is going on? But then I'm the bear. Listen. Some of y'all get it confused, and I'm going to tell you right here. Go back and look at all my videos, look at all the views from here, and go to Into the Arena. I'm a reporter. I am the #1 reporter on boxing on YouTube. I'm not ashamed to say it anymore. I don't be like, oh, I want to be humble. No. Because you know why? Because I spend hours and hours doing this. People say, go get a job. Look at the commercials. You know how much money I'm getting paid in I've been here less than 2 months? What? Long story short, listen. I'm going to start devoting my power to making the fight happen. Instead of talking about Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, and then with Chris Algieri coming up, Manny Pacquiao versus Chris Algieri, just like, how can I say, my marketing strategy for that is going to be Chris Algieri being the American dream, and I'm going to market it with Mayweather versus Pacquiao too. Has to happen. Floyd Mayweather is slipping. He's slipping physically, he's slipping mentally, and his numbers are slipping. That fight has to happen now. It has to happen now. There is no excuses. No excuses. How can I'm trying to, I see, it's just crazy because you're still not going to get my point. Bob Arum is not going to, listen, he said so many things, you know, and I look at the fact, okay, yeah, he old. You know, you got Floyd Mayweather. Oh, by the way, Ringside Network TV. I'm going to put that link right below. I got to remember to do it because that video don't have no views, but yet it's like a golden video because he's saying it right there on camera. So, you know, when you think about the guy Matthew Blank, you don't even know who he is, and I'm not even going to enlighten you. Like, why would he put his name in that? You know, that guy can be like, oh, we ain't say none of that. What is he talking about? So, like I said, I want you to go to Real Combat Media right below. The link's right below. There are numerous articles on this, numerous videos by various different people, numerous interviews. And when it comes to the majority and the minority, the majority is up here that says Floyd Mayweather needs to fight Pacquiao. It's an ignorance down there, that minority that says he don't need him. Bob Arum is lying. This is listen. This is boxing, and if we're living in a generation where boxers are saying this is a business, Al Heyman would be a fucking fool, dickhead. Leonard Ellerby would be fucking fool. Well, we can't say Leonard Ellerby would be a fool. Listen, that'd be all. I'm just like all that money. You know, and I'm getting emotional about it. It's not even my money. All that money. All that money. All that money. So you can keep telling yourself Mayweather don't need Pacquiao, just like Mayweather needed Canelo to get that 2.2 million pay-per-view buys. And I'm sure you're hearing that pay-per-view did 700,000, and I'm talking about Mayweather versus McDonough too, 700 to 800,000. But then all of a sudden, some 925,000 just pop out of nowhere. It's like all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, you know, like we're going to unofficially release 925,000. But then you got other people saying 700 to 775,000. There were empty seats in the MGM Grand, ladies and gentlemen. You can be an asshole and you can say the cameras didn't show no empty seats. Listen, if you go to a wrestling event, you know what it is it's a wrestling event called TNA. Or if you go to a wrestling event called Monday Night Raw, you know they turn the lights off all the way up at the top. You know, and after a while, if there's too many empty seats, they tell people to come down, and then the cameras stay away from certain areas. For example, there was a wrestling company, TNA. They had a pay-per-view, and I forgot what it was called, but they did it in like a high school gym. But they put everybody on like the side of the camera. You know, it had that one camera angle, but on the other side, empty ass, dark ass arena. I'm not saying that was Mayweather, but I'm saying I got people that went to the fight, and I'm sure some of you that went to the fight that seen some expensive seats empty. You know, especially around what I'm hearing is around like where the fighters come out at, there was a lot of empty seats. So even if that was, you know, 100, just 100 empty seats, that's Floyd Mayweather. Everything should be a sellout. You know, people just getting sick and tired of it, and the numbers are proving it. Whether you say, you know, it's 925,000 miles, whatever, the numbers are proving it. And people say, why aren't you so critical on Pacquiao? Because Floyd Mayweather is A-side. Floyd Mayweather can say, okay, Pacquiao, let's do it. Floyd Mayweather being the most powerful man in the sport to say, listen, I want Pacquiao next, Al Heyman. Yo, Stephen Espinoza, let's get this done. You know, Pacquiao can go to Arum and say, yeah, I want it all and all, but it's not they're not A-side. They're not A-side. You're not going to understand this. You're going to look at this as most likely being some type of Mayweather hate video. But thank you. You stayed to the end. T Street Controversy, Real Combat Media, T Street Controversy Live.